Hi, TJ McLaughlin here for Wisdom. And one of the things I've been talking about here is the comparison between social body and the human body, how the two can be compared. And I get a lot of flack about that. People are, you probably might be thinking the same thing. It's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Comparing the human body and the social body? How do you get that? There's nothing alike. It's totally different. There's nothing to compare. It's crazy. But nonetheless, there are certain, and other people say, well, human body is not an exact replica of the social body. No, I'm not saying that either. So it's like, no, they're not exactly alike, obviously. But there's certain facets, certain aspects of the two that can be compared, that can be comparable. That's all. Very simple. And I might get a lot of resistance. I feel there's a lot of resistance out there to that idea, but it works. And it gives us another way to reflect on the social body. Compare how certain functions are carried out in the human body with respect to the social body. It's possible. So, like for instance, previous video I talked about the immune system of a body, so of a human body, how it makes judgments about what's harmful to a society, to a body, either one, right? Your immune system makes judgments about what's harmful to a body, identifies what's harmful, and deals with it. Same with the social body. We have to make judgments about what's harmful, identify what's harmful, and deal with it. The nervous system of the body has to. We have to be informed about what's going on around us. So what our nervous system's for. It processes all the data that's coming in, our sensory perceptions, and organizes it and gives us the picture of what's happening around us, so that we can navigate through the world successfully. And it has to be accurate information. What we receive, how we perceive things has to be accurate. Now, the nervous system can malfunction and provide us with a less than accurate picture of what's really happening, what's really going on. An example of that is an anorexic. An anorexic looks at herself in the mirror. Now, I say herself because, well, I've never heard about a male anorexic. I have no knowledge of that, so maybe there are some. I don't know. I've just never heard of them. Maybe we just don't care about those guys, So, anyway, so the anorexic looks at herself in the mirror. And her nervous system somehow processes that skin and bone image, processes that, it informs her of that she's overweight. She needs to lose weight, she needs to eat less. She gets this messages that she's getting from that image through her nervous system. That's misinformation. That's not really what's going on there. It's misinformation. And everyone else can see that this woman is dangerously undernourished, much too skinny, needs to eat more, needs to gain weight. Everyone can see that. Everyone knows that. We can all see that reality. We can all agree on that reality. And, well, there are people who will say that, well, no, that's her reality, her condition, her seeing herself as overweight. That's her reality. No, it's not a reality. So it's her delusion. And that used to be a definition. One of the definitions of insanity used to be living in a fantasy and believing it's real. Your fantasy becomes real. It's a fantasy. And there were cartoons sometimes about characters in a asylum, and there was this one kind of cliche of this one mental patient who walks around like he believes he's Napoleon. He walks around like this. Believes he's Napoleon. You see that? Like that. Yeah, walks around like this. He believes he's Napoleon. Of course, he's not. He's not Napoleon. He says, that's his reality. No, it's not. It's reality. It's a fantasy. It's a delusion. He believes it's real. He believes it's real, but it's not. It's fantasy. We know that. And now, I don't know what it's. Now there was this popular idea. I believe it was a popular idea that we create our own reality. So in the social body, the nervous system is the media that has to inform us of what's really going on. It has to be accurate in what it tells us, and the information it gives us, the picture it creates of the world, and what's going on. We have to know exactly what's going on. We have to know. And you just have to wonder if media is really doing that. Giving us the accurate information. I was listening to a particular broadcast, and I was reporting about that Hurricane Ian that hit Florida. It's pretty bad. He was going on about it, showing pictures. Oh my God, look at that destruction. We've never had such powerful hurricanes. We've never had such strong, powerful, destructive hurricanes like this. Never, ever. They're just getting worse and worse, and they're going to continue because of global warming and climate change. Well, no, Ian was not the most powerful hurricane ever. Far from it. There were more powerful hurricanes back in the 1930s. Way back in the 1930s, there were more powerful hurricanes. And after that, throughout the years, there were other more powerful hurricanes than Ian. So, that's not the correct information. But it follows a narrative, gives a narrative, a preferred narrative, and using whatever it can to whatever fits in, trying to fit everything into a narrative, a particular narrative. And there was misinformation given about Hunter's laptop. Remember Hunter's laptop? Supposedly it just recently surfaced, but it was way back before the last election, the last presidential election. And that laptop was suppressed. The media pretty much didn't touch it. A couple of politicians, I think it was, came out and said it was Russian disinformation. And it's just Russian paying attention to it. So, of course, now it's come out that Hunter Biden's a laptop, and it was not Russian disinformation. And so that was not accurate information that people need to know. And so it's come out, yeah. Recently now, everybody knows it was not Russian disinformation. So, and the people who told us back then, people who told us that it was Russian disinformation, they knew it was not Russian disinformation. They knew that they were misinforming us about that because it, helped them in the election. They wanted to keep that away from the election. Now, I know I gave two examples of that are on the left of giving us erroneous information. Now, on the right, I can't really think of any right now, but they have their own. They have a way of misinforming people too, but it's just so blatant. It's just so blatant and frequent on the left now. It's just, they've gone off the rails. Myself, I'm not a conservative. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. So these are just so dramatic, so blatant, such examples of what I'm saying about the information, about the nervous system and the media, and how both bodies need to have accurate information. And, it's not a good idea to just accept things that you hear from whatever source, whatever source it is. Just sit there and be a passive receptacle to whatever you're hearing because it's your preferred narrative. It's what you want to hear about climate change or whatever, and you just accept it because that's what you want. That's what you want to believe. So, but you have to say, and then when it comes out, like with Hunter Biden, probably the laptop, and when it comes out, people, don't, okay, yeah, all right. It's like Harry Reid. He said something about Mitt Romney when Mitt Romney was running for president. He said something about his taxes, it was tax evasion or whatever, something like that. And after the election, of course, Romney lost the election. After the election, it came up, somebody asked Reid about that. It came up that it was lying, finally came out that he was lying. Reid. No question, don't question it. That's the other thing about the media. It's not questioning anything anybody on the left says. So Harry Reid goes, yeah, so they confront him with this, this was a lie. He told this lie about Mitt Romney. So what about that? And he goes, well, it worked, didn't it? That's the mentality. Whatever works. So the thing is, we need to be well informed. A free society depends on a well-informed citizenry. You and me. Got to be well informed. And I think I think you know. I mean, when all this stuff comes out that you know about the lying, you know, all this stuff comes out. You got to start wondering: are you getting the right information? Are you being well informed? So the thing is, I don't think we are. I don't think we are being well informed, and we have to take it upon ourselves to be well informed. It's not. It's not. It's not. I mean, when you hear something, just check it out. Just think about it. Well, let me check that out. You can't even the fact checkers. Can't even what they say. You have to check it. You have to check that out. It's not. It's not hard. When I heard that newscaster talking about Ian, Hurricane Ian, I went to the checked it out. 2 minutes. I found this list of all the hurricanes in the United States whenever they started recording all the data about hurricanes. I got this list off the internet. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Right? So easy. So easy to do research, do your own research. It's on the internet. It is. So yeah, we can't. It's up to us. It's up to us to be well informed. It's up to us. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.